What's up guys, Bloodshed here, and today I thought I would do a quick Season 20 recap video, mostly like a prep guide to get you guys ready for the season. And we threw a lot of information at you over the last few weeks. We have like tons of videos and guides on everything, and I thought I would just make a video to make sense of it all and give you guys some resources in the description. So the description of the video, as always, will have everything that we're talking about and have it organized in a fashion so you can understand it, right? Because there's just like, people are asking me if I've done my starter videos, and I've done all the starter videos, but there is a lot. So this video is kind of like a directory video and like just an introductory to the seasonal theme and everything like that. I'm going to go into detail and try to be as concise as possible. So the season starts this Friday, 3/13. These are the seasonal rewards that you can get for season 20. Pretty cool bat pet. It doesn't fly though, which is funny. Here's all the Hadrig's gifts you can get for the season. And remember, you can also start with the Lot gem. They made it the second gem that drops every single season. So the Legacy of Dream gem is basically like the Legacy of Nightmare bonus, but you get it right away. So you can go into Hadrig, or you can just build your way, play your way. I really love the Lot gem start also. We're getting 3 new sets: a Frenzy Barb, like a melee generator set, a Witch Doctor Mundanugu Spirit Barrage set, and a Wizard Hydra set, which you can play the set version or the lawn version. They're both really good. The seasonal theme, you still have 3 cube slots, but you can use any item in any slot you like. So for instance, you can use an Ingeom and a Messerschmitt, where otherwise you had to have put like an armor item here. So you could even go another weapon with the seasonal theme, like if you wanted to go like the Furnace or something like that. So it's kind of interesting. It affects Necromancers greatly since they have a lot of general buffs, which is kind of good because Necromancers haven't got their new set yet, so it's nice for them to get some new toys to play with. The seasonal theme, my impressions is that it's really amazing for leveling, for speed runs. You get to be really creative when you're doing GR 80s, or if you do GR 100s, and then maybe sometimes you do like a GR 105, a GR 119, a bounties, any kind of content. The seasonal theme is super interesting because you would slot in different items at different difficulty levels. For pushing the highest tiers of content, there's not that many options though. So it's really limiting for like the meta players. But I think for casual play, or just like we spend most of our time doing speed runs, riffs and grifts and things like that. I think that's where it's really interesting. I got to play it on the PTR tremendously. I put a lot of hours in, and I think people will like it more than they think. The theme anyway. So I think I like this theme this season. It's unfortunate that one class benefits so greatly, but it is what it is. You know, it's only one season, and then hopefully season 21 we get another theme and another theme and another theme. So I think it's cool, and the devs should continue to take risks because it makes each season a little bit more unique. So people always ask me, Yo Blood, kind of double backing to the Hadrig's gift, Yo Blood, what's the best class to play? Yo Blood, what's the meta? What's the best Hadrig? What's the easy set dungeon? So hopefully this kind of stuff showcases all that. I'm going to put a tier list video in the description of this video, and I'll put the infographic, right? It's my Mona Lisa, my Microsoft Paint madness. So obviously hardcore viable builds are underlined in red. There's a little asterisk. It means I think they have higher potential to push farther. And again, this is just my opinion. There's probably a lot of opinions on the internet, like it's the internet, right? So that's totally cool. This is just with my experience playing the game, you know, over 10,000 hours, playing each class individually, and just kind of my perspective on everything, how I think it's going to fall. This is what I think the number 1 comp will be, but you can slot in a lot of other 150. Like you can slot in Lance Necromancer for RGK. You can do a Spirit Barrage, Witch Doctor for Wave Clear. And I kind of talk about that down here if you kind of scroll down and look at it. Just like I think it's possible for Witch Doctor or Barb to beat AOV Satyr. I just thought AOV Satyr would be the number 1 clear of the season, but I put him in the same S tier, which is like the very best tier you can have. Easy Hadrix to Rest to Journey. Immortal King, I think, is just so easy. You can build any way you want. With 0% cooldown, you can have a perma Wrath of Berserker right out the gate. It's really powerful. And, you know, these are just other, same with Natalia's. Natalia's can build into anything. And I just kind of ranked it. So that's just my opinion on that stuff. Speed tier list, I think Wave of Light, Laud, and the Sun Wukong version are the best, and then I have all these other builds here. Obviously, if you're a really good player, you can kind of jump tiers and make things better than they are. And then I put some easy set dungeons in the corner just for people, like that's always a big thing every season. And I'll try to include my set dungeon video in the description. I have an old one, just kind of giving you tips and tricks of some of these that are listed below. If you just want to have fun on the season, maybe do a 100, maybe do a 110, maybe do a 120. Any of these builds can do that. Like any of these builds can clear 100 pretty easily. Right, I did a 115 in hardcore with Roland 2 seasons ago, and I had no issues, right? So you can play any of these builds and have fun. And all these builds are listed in the tier list video. If there's any missing, just check my Patreon master build link. I ran out a character list on the tier list. Like in the YouTube description, I hit the character limit, so I put most of them though in there. Another unique thing about the season is the Kunai Leveling Method. Now, what is the Kunai Leveling Method, Bloodshed? I just found out about this 2 days ago. This method is utilizing the Immortal Throne event from the Kunai event. So the Kunai event is only in March, and you run to the throne room like you're watching here, watching me, and you talk to Kunai, right? Kevin, it's a tribute to Kevin Kunai Griffith. He was on the Diablo team and sadly passed away. So respect to King Kunai. Anyway, you get to fight alongside him every March. He does drop a rare Scorn transmog, but that's only available the last week of March. That was like his birthday week. So let's play. So you jump in there with him. And basically the Kunai method is, he is like a super follower. He two-shots everything. So you can tag the mobs on like, you can see I'm on Torment 1 kinda. You can tag the mobs on T1 and he kills for you. So you're basically like a Z-Barb or a Z-Monk or whatever class you wanna play. You just go through, you tag everything, he kills for you. It is slower than, well, we'll get into that. So it's a fun method, it's different. I've played, 20 seasons of Diablo now, and I like it because it's different and it's really fun. This is only the second time it's even been available. So we would have had a season start in March, and we've only had one season ever in March. That was at the end of March in 2017, season 10. So we would have never even had a chance to do this method before until now and then season 10. So for me, it's different, it's fun, and I'm gonna put a link to this video in the description so you can watch. I did a full playthrough, a blind playthrough, and I got 2.5 hours solo, and I didn't even optimize it. You can watch the run, I pause it, answer questions on Twitch chat, and I was hella casual, and we just coasted to a 2.5 hour. So, which leads me to the question, is it better than the normal leveling method? It's better if you normally take longer than 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's basically the question you got to ask yourself. How long does it take you to level solo? We're only talking solo in a new season. If it's more than 2.5 hours, I would do the Kunai method, or if you just want something different. If you can do it in under 2 hours, then, or an hour, if you're just a massacre bonus savage, then by all means, do that for sure, or whatever you like. I think for most people, it takes them 3 hours or more to level. So this would shave some time off of your clear, and it's a unique experience for sure. Get to fight with Kunai himself, guys, all right? One of the popular questions I get is, can you use the Kunai method in groups? And you can do massacre bonuses in groups, but everybody has to tag all the mobs, which is really problematic if you're killing mobs your level. Like if you're playing on hard difficulty or whatever, and you're in a 4-man group, everything's dying so fast, it's really hard to get a tag on everything. You would have to, but since we're playing on Torment 1 through 6, it's easier to tag the mobs before they die. So you could do it theoretically in groups. I haven't tested it in a 4-man. I would just recommend this for solo players. But if you are in a group, I'll link SVR did a crazy, SVR and Rob and a lot of the boys over there are doing some crazy times with 4-man, completely optimized setups. I'll put his video under the Kunai video. So like a group video, and then this will be like the solo method, I guess. I also made like this little cheat sheet. I put it in the top comment of the video, and I just go over some tips and tricks, right? So the number one thing to remember when you're doing this method is King Kunai does all the damage. We just need to survive the run and tag mobs for massacre bonuses. I'm gonna be doing this on hardcore. So yes, you can do it on hardcore. I was able to survive on T1 with just vendor gear and building defensively. See, normally we don't build defensively, we build offensively to kill stuff. But yeah, your job is to survive. So I buy like a lot of vitality gear, you know, health regen, movement speed, and a lot of the spells I use like Horrify, Haunt, Spirit Walk, Cheat Death, a lot of the things to just survive, move, and get by. Because you just want to get there and then tag mobs, right? So I made like a little cheat sheet with the Kunai method since it's a little different. A lot of the same things apply though to the normal leveling strat. You're still going to roll your blood shards. You're still going to upgrade the weapon in the cube. You're still going to roll your level 70 weapon. You're going to do a lot of the same strats. And that's why I wanted to make another graphic, just so you guys have that. And I had another chance to display my paint skills. So I'm not saying this is better. It's different, and I'm going to do it because it's different, and I'm excited. One question I get is, Blood, what are you going to be doing this season? What class you're going to be playing? You know, like what's your plan for the season? I'm going to be playing semi-solo self-found. It's a mode I made up for myself. I'm gonna do solo self-found hardcore, and I'm gonna do bounties in groups because that's the worst part about playing solo is doing bounties. So all my progression for greater rifts and solo rifts will be solo. I'll be hanging out with the community as always. I love my community. I'll be hanging out answering questions. I'm able to pause the game too when I'm running solo, and it'll be a good time. And then I'll just run bounties in groups. So it's not really SSF, it's like a semi-solo self-found. It's just a made-up thing. And you should make up your own goals for every season and however you want to play too. I encourage it. Another thing I'm going to be doing is uploading all of it to YouTube to a certain point. So I don't know what point that is, but as long as you guys enjoy it on YouTube. I've been crossing over a lot of Twitch footage to YouTube, and I'm going to continue to do that in the next season. And so you might see a lot of content. A lot of people can't watch Twitch at work because it's blocked or whatever reason. I think you can download videos on YouTube. I get a lot of things where people say they can't watch Twitch. So yeah, I'm gonna upload it all to YouTube so you guys have all the content. You can play alongside me, SSSF, semi-solo self-found. You can play alongside me for season 20. It should be a good time. I'm gonna play multi-classes. I'm going to probably start with Witch Doctor, hardcore T1, running to the Kunai method, and following the steps that I'm going to put the graphic in the description. So you can play alongside me. It should be a good time. Another seasonal question I get is, Yo-Yo Blood, what kind of snacks do you like during the season? Well, I try to stay away from sugar for the most part, because it spikes me and then I crash and then I fall asleep. So I'm probably not going to do a 24-hour stream, but I'm going to do a long stream, and then I'm going to do all day Saturday. So I'll be live pretty much the entire weekend for the season 20 launch. For launch night, I like boneless wings because I can just eat them with a fork and don't get my hands dirty, don't get the keyboard and mouse dirty. I also like a lot of water, trail mix, dried fruit. I don't eat too much though because it does have sugar, right? So I do like a little bit of like cherries and stuff like that. Protein bars, beef jerky, lots of protein, I guess. I don't really need energy until like the 12-hour mark on a new season because I'm so hyped. I got the adrenaline, we're getting drops and leveling. So I usually don't drink anything, maybe a cup of coffee or GG supplements, right? And maybe like around midnight if I'm staying up all night. Yeah, I try to limit that. And then one strat I do is I stay up, like let's say the season starts on a Friday. I'll stay up super late on Thursday, like till as late as I can, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, then I'll sleep late in the day and wake up a couple hours before the season starts. That way I'm not up all morning. You know, it doesn't always happen because there's like yard work outside, or, you know, just the sun goes through the window. So I don't know, maybe I need to board up the window. Maybe that's the best strat for the season. I got some patrons here to thank over the last week. Drew, Brian, Gordon, Chris, and Peter. Thank you guys for the support. Basically, my Twitch stream and YouTube is crowdfunded, so thank you guys so very much. Thank everybody for the support over the years. Everybody that like the positive and constructive feedback means a lot. I've been considering disabling comments on YouTube videos because I hate seeing a lot of the toxic, you know. Even my community is one of the best. Like we don't really have that much, you know, but even that is just like, ugh, it's just nasty. The nasty part of the internet. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm easily gonna probably time people out and stuff like that and remove comments that are just super toxic. Like just be constructive. And, you know, that's all I ask, I guess, is to be somewhat constructive. The trolly comments is totally fine. Like somebody said, I didn't say A tier, I said AIDS tier. And that was funny. Like, I don't mind that. It's just the blatantly toxicity. I'm kind of over, I guess. So just putting it out there, giving you a fair warning if you've watched this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed my seasonal kind of prep guide, and I hope you're ready for the season. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.